He's not the Rick you know. He's not even a Rick you can trust. Rick Prime isn't just another version. He's the reason Rick C-137 lost everything. But what if we told you Rick Prime planned it all along? In this video, we break down Rick Prime's dark origin, the shocking Season 7 reveal, and how this one version of Rick may be the real villain behind it all.
Who is Rick Prime? What does he want? And how does he relate to Rick C-137? Well, now that we've seen a bit more of him and his world, I can finally tell you the truth about Rick Prime. Warning: major spoilers for Rick and Morty Season 7, including the finale. Turn back if you haven't watched. Also, if you enjoy these videos, which I hope you do, please hit like so that more people can enjoy these videos, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Obviously. However, there's a little more to that statement than meets the eye. We know from Show Me What You Got that Rick Prime is the counsel of Rick's idea of the perfect. Rick, the original Rick, who decided not to settle down with Beth and raise a family, instead choosing freedom, chaos, and total control of science without limits or oversight. Man would imply that I care about what you say about me, which is objectively nonsense. He's also the one who gave Evil Morty his power, so he could take over the Citadel and eliminate the Ricks. Now that we understand the depth of their connection, I believe that the Season 7 showdown between them means much more than just a battle of scientific prowess. It's a battle of ideologies. It's Rick versus what he could have been. It's Rick against his dark half. Rick Prime's endgame is likely to eliminate all emotion from the multiverse. He wouldn't hesitate to use him as bait to lure out the Citadel fleet. He knew the Ricks would come after him, and he was prepared. After finding out more about his past and his character, I don't think he's building a Citadel for Ricks, but for himself. He's collecting versions of Morty to manipulate the central finite curve, not to conquer the multiverse, but to create a reality where he can finally be happy. He used fake family members to emotionally bait Rick, and nearly succeeded in defeating him. It was only because of Morty that they got away. If this story has taught us anything, it's that Rick Prime might have indirectly created Evil Morty. I mean, what else could explain his actions? The real mastermind behind it all is Rick Prime. He manipulated the central finite curve to make it happen. He's the one who turned Evil Morty into a god. If you did, please hit like so that more people can enjoy these videos. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your day. See you all next time. He literally gave the smartest Morty the power to rule the Citadel. Then he left him alone to rule over everyone. He even put him in charge of eliminating the Ricks. At the end of the day, Rick isn't above sacrificing those close to him to win. He also seems to resent the fact that Rick feels emotions, especially jealousy. In my next video, I'm going to break down exactly how Evil Morty took down Rick Prime. I'm talking about all the plot holes and inconsistencies in the show, including the ending of Season 7. Rick Prime was jealous of Rick's family. He wanted to take Beth away from him. He was angry that Rick had something that he didn't. He's done it before, and while he regrets it, he wouldn't trade it for the world. Rick Prime embodies this darker side of Rick. No more Beth, no more family, no more mistakes. He wants a reality where he is the undisputed king of everything. He views all Ricks as a threat, including Rick C-137, but especially Rick Prime. He envies Rick's love for his family. Even though he understands that it's a weakness, he wishes he could feel that way too. He's colder, crueler, but also smarter and more effective. Why did he come back for him specifically? Because he knows that he's the most dangerous Rick in the multiverse. Eliminating him will solve all of his problems. In the episode Analyze Piss, he threatens Morty by saying he'll take Rick away from him, leaving Morty alone in the multiverse just like he did to Rick. He wanted to show Morty that without him, he'd be nothing. It's a messed up thing to say, but it's something that Rick Prime would actually do. It is also because he knows that there is more connecting them than just being alternate versions of the same person. There's a part of Rick that is still Rick Prime, especially when he turns evil. Why? Because it makes him uncomfortable. Logic and reason are the only important things. Everything else is weakness. In Show Me What You Got, he tells the Ricks that family and friends are nothing but burdens. The only thing that matters is progress. This is why he believes that killing Rick's family was justified because he was holding them back. He believes that he is superior to all other Ricks because he alone has achieved true perfection, having transcended things like emotions and love, which he sees as weakness. In Analyze Piss, when he gets pissed at Morty, he says something that Rick Prime would never say. He actually cares about Morty's opinion of him. He tells Morty that he only pretended to care about Beth and the others. He admits that he doesn't really love Morty either. It's kind of dark, but he's actually happy that he turned Morty into a superpowered being. He enjoys seeing Morty struggle with the burden of saving the multiverse. In fact, he considers emotion entirely an inconvenience and illogical. Let's get into it. When Rick brings Jerry Prime back from the dead, he doesn't remember anything before his death. He also mentions that he's pretty sure he wasn't always this guy. This flashback is a direct reference to Season 3, where Rick C-137 witnesses the death of his wife and daughter at the hands of Rick Prime. So Rick Prime is not Rick C-137. Whoopee-doo, right? But there is something else going on here. Something we didn't understand until Analyze Piss. Now we understand that this trauma and loss is what started Rick's journey of revenge and obsession with the multiverse. It was Rick Prime who killed his family, not just some random event in an alternate universe. That's why Rick hates him so much. But it goes beyond just a personal vendetta. Rick Prime didn't just kill his family. He made Rick become what he is. He destroyed his sanity, turning him into a nihilistic, alcoholic, mad scientist with a taste for vengeance. He became the multiverse's greatest threat because of Rick Prime. It's no secret that Rick Prime thinks very highly of himself. In Analyze Piss, after being repeatedly insulted by Rick, he responds by saying, "I'm not even mad at you." Rick Prime is all about control. He's built an entire citadel to monitor and contain every Rick in the multiverse. There is a philosophical war between Rick Prime and Rick C-137. One is guided by emotion and love, the other by logic and cold, hard reasoning. This is why he immediately remembers who Rick Prime is, and why he shows up to destroy him despite being forced to erase his memories. You can see it in the way he moves, speaks, and even thinks. If Rick wasn't struggling with it, he would probably be pretty happy about it too. The ending of Season 7 shows us that he's not just smart, he's always 2 steps ahead. In my last video, I theorized that Rick Prime was building a new citadel in the Galactic Federation, except I think I was wrong. He wants to remove all of the variables that have caused him pain in the past. So he tries to steal Morty to build a new life with. He essentially becomes an even worse version of Rick. He was also jealous of the love and connection between Morty and Rick. It is also something that would never happen to Rick C-137. Rick loves Morty more than anything else in the universe. Evil Morty was made to take down Rick Prime. He was a tool to deal with the biggest threat to the Citadel, an army of multiversal dictators. So I think that's a pretty good theory. Am I right? I hope so. And that's all I got for this video. I hope you enjoyed it.